We have some breaking news here in the NHL. We have a trade. Evander Kane is on his way out of Edmonton. We'll discuss the details coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have some breaking news, and actually the news was broken by the player himself, posting to social media just a short time ago. But Evander Kane's time with the Edmonton Oilers is coming to a close. He's now been traded to his hometown Vancouver Canucks. The Canucks take Evander Kane on with his full salary. There's no retention, so the full $5.1 million goes to Vancouver. Going back to Edmonton is a 2025 fourth-round pick, which was originally picked up along to the Ottawa Senators and had been traded and made its way to Vancouver. Now it goes to Edmonton. So we knew the Oilers were very much in cap clearing mode. They have to sign Evan Bouchard. They want to make sure they avoid an offer sheet situation there. Plus, they need to upgrade goaltending. And I think, to be honest, they need to upgrade some of their depth scoring as well. I mean, Kane and Arvidsson were the two names that came out of Oilers' locker cleanout day as being the most likely trade candidates. I think Evander Kane, like he's done every stop along the way, has, but for the most part, been a good soldier in Edmonton, and I think they took a chance on a player that came with a lot of baggage, but for the most part, it worked out pretty well. However, I think in this case, it's possible that his welcome might have been kind of worn out, if you will, especially some of the antics we've seen in the Stanley Cup final. He had a decent playoff run, but it was very quiet in the final against the Panthers. In the final game, of course, getting kicked out for the stupid stuff against Matthew Tkachuk there. Not sure what his teammates thought of that. I'm not saying that led to the trade. I think in all, the Oilers are ready to move on and get some more, like I said, supporting wingers for the depth scoring that can not only give them more consistency, but also be with the team for a little bit longer. Like Jeff Skinner came in, he didn't work out. Arvidsson came in, he didn't work out. Kane's time kind of come to a close here. Like they need to really do some shopping and kind of, change that mix, for the middle part of their lineup here. So we'll see. Of course, like I said, Evander Kane has 1 year left on his contract. So the Canucks, I think, hopefully get a motivated Evander Kane to try to earn that next contract, which, depending on the deal, could be his last one. He's, into his middle 30s now, coming off, significant injuries, missed the entire 24-25 regular season. Had a decent run in the playoffs, showed that he can still be a little bit productive and he can still be a physical force at times. So we'll see how this works out for Vancouver. I have to think that this very well, because going into this, they didn't have a ton of cap space, and we knew that there was a decent likelihood that Brock Besser and Pius Suter likely depart into free agency. I think this probably seals that fate. At least I'm guessing so. It's going to limit what else they can do. Of course, there's always trades, but as far as free agent signings go, keeping their own UFAs, it just seems a lot less likely with this move, although it is just for the one season, but they may have other intel on some of these other players that they know what else might be going on. Apparently, this is a trade that's been worked on for some time, and there were other teams in the mix. There was at least 3 other teams being reported. We don't know who they are, but we know that there's at least 3 other teams that were in the conversation at the table willing to take Evander Kane's contract on here. So the Edmonton Oilers get some cap space. They get a draft pick back. Vancouver gets hopefully a motivated contract year Evander Kane in his hometown to see what he can do to help them out. But it's going to be an interesting way to see the fit there, who he plays with and all that. And it will obviously limit their ability to bring back their other UFAs, which, like I said, they might be out on the way out the door anyway. So we'll see kind of what happens here. Let me know your thoughts on this trade in the comments. We'll discuss further. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and stick around. We'll keep you up to date with all the news, rumors, and analysis of all 32 NHL teams. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.